In the timetable, normally we will teach, if it's primary school, we have to teach Thai, we have Thai language, Thai lesson, we have to teach mathematics, we have to teach science, we have to teach so many subjects, and each lesson, 5 lessons a day, something like that.
Our family are looking for a school that fit with this society. You know, like we been to so many schools and we have a look around in so many schools, and we find that this day all the schools are focusing on academic knowledge, which is, to be honest, for me, it's kind of useless. Like even for us, we studying something else and we work on totally different area. So we find that if you really give academic knowledge to your kids, it doesn't do any good things for them. I want them to learn about life, want them to learn about moral and ethic, and about to live in this environment and the society. That's why I choose this school.
So like in the classroom, before we start, we have to have a mindful lesson. We have to come back to yourself. Otherwise, we would, before coming to the class, we talk a lot, play a lot. You see, but once to start off any subject or any lesson, we have to come back to yourself. That this is. Are you ready for the subject, for the teacher, to the class or not? Something like that. So we have like a mindfulness training. It can be sit down and come back to your breath, breathing in, breathing out. Or you can do like this, breathing in, senses the movement of your finger here, up, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, something like that. Or there are many kinds of techniques that you can do. The teacher can develop your own techniques. So to start with, it's to call yourself back, to ready for the class, something like that, and then we can go enter the subject. You see, this is, and so each class we can practice that every day. Or even for myself, when I walk from one floor to another floor, I would go on meditating, like put toe step by step. So I will come back to myself again. I will not just walk and think other thing. So this is what I have to practice. And why do I have to do that? Meditation, to come back. Because I have to train myself to be able to think, to control my thinking. Otherwise, my thinking will wander around and it's not focused. So we need to stop thinking. There should be some interval in a day. And that would help you to strengthen your mind. First thing that I have to tell you is that we have to understand why we have meditation. We need to know that as a person, we are consist of physical world, body, and inner world, which is mental and wisdom. Okay? So, in the education, most education would emphasize on the physical world, knowing everything outside the world, but you don't know inside yourself. So this is why we need to do meditation. We have to cultivate oneself. We have to develop oneself inside world. In order to balance one's life, you have to train yourself the inner world. During the day too. You cannot just go and wait, go home and do it at home, or you go to the monastery. In a day, you have to find the time to practice meditation, mindfulness, in order to make yourself have a balanced life.
Practicing meditation, it's two forms of practicing meditation. Most of people understand that sitting and walking meditation, it's the only things. But actually, another form of meditation, which is I learned from the school, is you can do meditation anytime you can. Even when you wake up, you get up from your bed, walking to your bathroom, you can do meditation by aware of what is emotion in your mind. And that is more important because it gives you more frequency to do it easier. Because in our life, we have a busy job and everybody have business, have life to do, have to take care. You can't just sitting or walking meditation all day long. But this way is the way that you can do it all day.
People thought that if you want to succeed something, you have to be able to very creative, you have to think of anything. But in real life, in Buddhism, Buddha told us that you have to be able to control yourself. And if you cannot control yourself, your mind, if you can control yourself and your mind, you will have respect to yourself. If you have respect to yourself, isn't it good? You don't have to wait for other people to respect you. Is this a gift for you? What I said that we can do it in a daily life is that when I bow to the Buddha, before I just bow it. But now when I bow to the Buddha, I would think of the goodness the Buddha gave to us. So I bow with my heart. So it would be different, totally different from what I bowed before. So this is one thing that I can practice, mindfulness. When I bow, when I open my thermos, when I drink water, when I walk, it's something that you can think of. For me, myself is a serious person. Too much. I have to be less serious. And when I do mindfulness, I feel that I will be more relaxed. So for me, I find that mindfulness helps me to be more relaxed, to be playful more. I can actually in your life you can do normal life. You can run a normal life. I have, as a leader, as a director of the school, I have to practice much more than other people. I have to try to balance myself, not to be too playful, not to be so serious. I try to be balanced. But for other people, especially children, I think their nature, they are so playful, but we have to bring them to be more in a middle way. That's why I think that it depends on the person, right? That for me, I find it, I need to balance by to be less serious and to be more playful. Then it will come to a balanced ground, right? And for children too. And if the teachers, those who are very serious, then once they practice, they will be more relaxed. And for those teachers who are more too playful, not serious at all, they should come to a middle way too. So this is for everyone. But first of all, you have to know yourself. what kind of a person you are. You learn about yourself and then trying to adjust it little by little.
A valid education is an education that gives you all the aspects that needs in the life, not only the academic things, but some other things too. As you can see that having a success ultimately in your life is not come from academic things only, but comes from perseverance, never give up, and you still have patience to walk over all the obstacles and walk over all the problems and even the failures. You can still, find in the path to your success ultimately. But a lot of people, and especially in the society now, that a lot of families, they try to nurture their children or their kids to have a perfect environment. And it means that the kids will never experience something difficult, will never experience what we call tuk, because everyone's trying to nurture them to some environment that is very happy. And this is not real in the real world, because everyone would know as a grown-up that your life can never meet anything that you like always. You have to see something that you don't like. You have to experience something that you don't like. So by having, that kind of unreal situation applied to your kids, it means that immunity of the life by the kids will be low because they never experienced that. So he talked about perseverance, because to achieve in your life, and you have to set the standard of achievement too.
Apply meditation in my work, like you see that the school teachers are very, very important resources. People would see what I do, right? They watch me, not only my words. They would look at me, my action, my behavior, everything, right? So what I've told the teacher, it has to be what I am. It shouldn't be differently. Otherwise, what I said would have no meaning at all. So that's why I have to practice myself. And as a leader, in any company, in any place, you have to be very mindful. If I said to my teachers that to be a wise person, you have to be able to control your words and your action, but I cannot do it. But you have to accept it. This is me. So what I said, what I did, nobody will believe what I say. Even not only the teacher, the parents also, and the student also. So if you don't do what you said, nobody will believe you. And nobody will trust you. And this is very important. If you are a teacher and you say it and the student don't listen to you and don't pay respect to you, how can you teach them? Would you be happy? Of course not. So it's very important to everyone, or even in the family too. If the parents, the father and the mother said, you don't lie, you shouldn't lie to me, but you are lying to your friends, to your colleagues, what does it mean? How would this world would be if people just say it without intention to do it, right? So we have to be very careful, to be very mindful in what you're doing, because everyone is watching at you. So you will set the example, a good example or the bad example. So like if you eat, you're having lunch and you don't like it, and then you just leave it like that. They watch at you. right? The student and the teacher, they look at you, and it means they will understand that, okay, if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. You don't have to be responsible for that. Something like that. So, what is the meaning of teaching? What is the meaning of education? So that's why education is so important, that we have to develop oneself. In this school, one thing, when people come to apply to be a teacher or to be a member of this school, you have to be ready to develop yourself. Not to only teach the student. You have to develop yourself in your conduct, in your mind, in your heart, everything, every aspect. So this is how I bring meditation to my work. And we have to put it into the daily life. So we have to design the curriculum that all the teachers, they just don't teach the subject. They have to teach life, how to lead a good life too. And not only teach meditation, but you have to understand Dhamma too. Like if you teach in mathematics, teach that why, multiply, adding, what does it mean into your life? In your life, you cannot just only get multiply or adding. Sometimes you get subtraction, right, in your life. Sometimes you have to divide it, sharing to other people, something like that. So in your life, you have to connect it with your life. It's not only just the subject. So this is not only meditation, it's about life. The parents, for the teacher, we have like some kind of a meeting. Sometimes the meeting will be like a training on how to teach the student how to work properly, but at the same time we train them to understand life more. You see, so we use the meeting as a training to be a good teacher. You have to train outside world and inside world. Like the inside world is sometimes we'll read a Dhamma book and we sharing and discussing with each other, something like that. And how do you connect it with your life and to the lesson, something like that. So this is, we train the teachers through daily life, through meetings. And at the same time, we have a proper training, like 7 days in a week, 7 days retreat. In October, we have a retreat for all the teachers. Everyone will join this retreat for 7 days. This is a formal practice. Because like, the training will start before they coming to the school. Once they got accepted from the school, they have to have 12 hours of classroom of the parents. They have to come. They have to join this classroom, you see. And we will explain to them, make them understand what is the principle of this school, make them understand the role of the teacher here, and make them understand the children more, and at the same time make them understand themselves. They expect so much from the children, but they don't understand themselves, you see. So, they have to understand what they want, and they have to practice and develop their conduct too. And the interaction will be more effective if the parents train themselves. You cannot just expect the children to train themselves, to be calm when you're not calm, when the parents are not calm. So you have to calm yourself first. But how? How to calm yourself? It's by practicing meditation and learning Dhamma. So the parents need to have some kind of a lesson that they can practice. So even for myself too, I used to expect a lot from the teachers. As a teacher, as a good teacher, you have to do this and do that. But I never look at myself. But once I go for a meditation, I see myself more clearly. So I have to be, to be more gentle, to be more kind to my teachers. So they will listen to you. But if I throw my anxiety, my frustration to the teachers, they would close the door. They don't want to listen to you. It is the same thing to every relationship in this life. To the parents, with the children, to the friends, to their friends. We need this. So this is not only for teachers, it's for everyone. Buddhism, it's not a belief system. It is, you will understand it by practicing. You have to do it. You cannot just believe it. So it's a hard work, but it's worth doing it for the sake of this world, for the sake of peace, for the sake of happiness in this world, especially yourself. If you're happy, you can give happiness to everyone. But if you're not happy, you will give unhappiness to everyone around you. But as you know, that everyone wants happiness. And it's not a single bond, that you can give it to yourself and to others so easily that you can do it. Just do it.